Oh, hello everybody. Welcome to a new video. Today we're going to solve the problem merge two sorted lists. So for this problem, we will have two sorted linked lists. So the list 1 and the list 2. And our goal is to merge these two sorted linked lists into one sorted linked list. But there is a catch. We must create this merged linked list by splicing together the nodes of the first two lists. That means that we must not create new nodes, but reuse the already existing nodes. Okay, now let's see an example to have a better understanding. So here we have our two lists and pointers to their head. So we're going to compare the two elements. We have 1 and 2. 1 is smaller than 2, so we're going to take 1. And we're going to put our pointer to the next node. Again, we're going to compare the two values, 3 and 2. 2 is smaller than 3, so we're going to take 2 and move our pointer of the second list to the next node. Great. I compare again. 3 and 3. Both are equal, so it doesn't matter what I take. I'm going to take the second from the second list. So I need to again push my pointer to the next element. I compare again 3 and 5. 3 is smaller than 5, so I take 3 and I push my pointer to the next element. And again, I compared 4 and 5. 4 is smaller, so I take 4 and I push my pointer to the end. So now it's going to be equal to null. And now at this point, when one of the pointers is at the end, so equal to null, that means that we've reached the end. So we can take the rest of the other list. In this case, we just have one more node left, so we're going to take the 5. But imagine if we had like 6, 7, we could take all the rest without making any comparisons. So 6, 7. Okay, so this is our merged linked list, sorted linked list. Now let's try to translate the algorithm into code. So first of all, we will need the two pointers. Right? And I will need to create a prehead. I'm going to initialize it to a dummy value -1. And I'm going to create a previous, another pointer that will help us to populate our merged list and you know, construct our merged linked list. So list node previous is going to point to the prehead. Perfect. Now I'm going to have a loop here. I need to make sure that the two pointers are not null. And then I can compare their values. So if P1, if the value of P1 is greater than P2, that means that P2 is the smaller one, so we need to take the P2. So I'm going to put in the previous next, I'm going to put the node P2. As you can see here, I didn't create a new node, but I've used an already existing node. And what I do next is I put in P2 I put P2.next so that I move on to the next node. Else what we do, we're going to do the other way around. So I'm going to put P1 in the previous next, and I'm going to put the P1 next into P1 to move to the next elements. Cool. And at the end, I can return prehead.next. That would be the head of our merged linked list. But there is a catch. If you still recall, one of those can, if the list have different sizes, so one of these two pointers will be null. So what we need to do is add the rest of one of the two lists to the merged list. So that's why we need to add here a condition. We need to check if p1 is not null. That means that we still have elements to add to our merged list. So we're going to add them. Perf.next, we're going to put p1. But there is another case. Imagine if p2 is not null. So I'm going to put perf.next, I'm going to put p2 on it. But we are sure that one of these two is going to run, but not both of them, okay? We could improve this two if statement into one, so we could put like this, perf, yeah, it's different from null. So ternary operator. So if p1 is different from null, we're going to return a p1. So that's why we put the p1 in the perf.next. And if it's not the case, we just put p2. And I can remove this. Okay. So it looks good to me. So let's run the code. Hopefully we didn't make any mistakes. Oh, actually we've made a mistake. Yes, I forgot something. I forgot to increment my previous. So I need to put in my previous dot next into my previous so that I can construct my merged sorted list. Cool. Now we run the code. It works. Submit the code. It works. So thank you so much for watching and see you into the next video. Bye.